Good morning once again. I take this opportunity to brief the media fraternity to inform you that Uganda is hosting the extraordinary summit of the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, including Somalia. The participants will be the troop contributing countries to the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission, which we call Amison. And these include Djibouti, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, and of course Uganda. Somalia will attend because it is the host country of that mission. But we also have participants. That is, of course, the partners, the African Union, United Nations, and the IGAD. But at the ministerial meeting, we also have the partners who are basically some of them funders. We have the United Kingdom, we have USA, and European Union. The meetings today, we have commenced on the senior officials. These are the meetings of permanent secretaries, the chiefs of defense forces, and other senior officials to discuss. Then tomorrow, for 2 days, today and tomorrow. Then on 24th, we shall have a ministerial meeting, which is for the ministers of defense and foreign affairs. On 25th, we shall have a summit of the heads of state.
For AWESOM and Somalia security forces to succeed, there is need to establish a political body to oversee the stabilization process in Somalia with a monitoring and evaluation mechanism. This would require us to develop a strategic roadmap in addressing political governance in the country, including political reconciliation, cohesion, and dialogue among the federal government of Somalia, the federal member states, clan leaders, among others. To this end, therefore, the mission will require all the capacity that it needs: surveillance, intelligence gathering equipment, revamping of assets that work as force multipliers and enablers, countering extremist narratives, bridging manpower gaps, adequate assets for close air support, as well as utility assets such as attack helicopters that help during troop movement, proper fortification of the forward operating bases, addressing the grievances between clans in the sector, joint operations and training of Somali force, and the need for synergy and cohesion, as well as enhanced capacity for counterinsurgency, and finally, the establishment of zonal forces or the local defense forces and mobile forces. Distinguished delegates, may I now turn to the issue of financing. We take note of the funding situation that ATMIS and now AWESOM is facing. The success of this mission will depend in large part on the provision of adequate, predictable, and sustainable funding. It is therefore important to underscore the need for timely implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 2719 of 2023. And as we've said before, the impact of unpredictable and unsustainable financing remains an existential threat to the success of AWESOM. We wish, therefore, however, to observe that despite the perennial shortage of funding to AWESOM that has affected the earlier missions, troop contributing countries have continued to deploy troops, sometimes without remuneration, in such a challenging terrain and environment. This is not to mention the deployment of bilateral troops with immense sacrifice, resilience, and determination. I'm glad that the AU Commission is joining us in this meeting. Our understanding is that the UN Security Council Resolution 2767 of 2024 required the UN Secretary General, in collaboration with the AU, to submit 2 reports to the Council, one in April and another in May, upon which the Security Council would make an assessment on whether to confirm the use of Resolution 2719 or not. Would be glad to hear from the Commission, the AU Commission that is, the current funding situation and what steps are being taken to address those funding challenges, including in meeting the reporting obligations entailed in Resolution 2767 of 2024. In conclusion,